We are back from our adventures in Loren the Amazon Princess, and yeah, last time we got Almukiki to 5 hearts, and Karen to 5 hearts, and it was pretty cool, and we learned a lot about Almukiki. He has a beautiful heritage, he really does. Alright, so we have more character quests, I should say. We have Loren, Karen, Mirth, Ramas, and Apolimesho left. We should have Ray, but I might have screwed up. Kind of, but anyways. So, who do we want to help? I mean, if we do Apolimeshos, we've actually done all the characters over here. Like 4 characters over here. That's cool in its own way. Basically just do them in this order. Fine. I kind of want to do Loren and Karen last anyways. So, yeah, sure. Apolimesho. Apolimesho, Apolimesho, la la la. Apolimesho was quiet when Eldor approached him at dawn. Oh, sorry. He scowled once before leading her from camp and into the wilderness. Oh, their journey was more of the same. Long stretches of walking with absolutely no words in between. They traveled into Mount Chronos. Elnor was not looking forward to the climb or the cold. After some time, Elnor dared to speak up as they approached the side of the cliff. Where are we going? Never you mind. You're here to assist me, not to ask questions. I've been quiet so far. The least you owe me is some explanations. No, I do not. Please, I've come this far. Apolimesho grumbled. We're almost there. We will search the Tomb of Fallen. Elnor had heard of it. It was a massive tomb full of war heroes. They were buried with nothing but the clothes on their backs. What do you plan to find there? Apolimesho said nothing and continued to hike. You're not looking for something, but someone. Apolimesho stopped and turned around. He gave Eleanor a long look. We must be hastier. Before the old wizard could press on, however, their way was blocked by unfriendly company. Ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da-bum. Oh, it almost died. Okay, Apolimesho, let's see. Please. Paralyze. Yes! However much that did, but still. Let's do that. Room. Oh man. Eleanor's gonna die though. Oh. Oh, never mind. Or never mind, but... There we go. Oh, did he just sort of kill himself? Interesting. Oh no, this is gonna be way too hard. This, we are going to have to make this an easy mode, I think. Okay, you die at least. Ouch. Well, actually, we have one dead. That could be good. Or, is obviously good, but like, you know, maybe we'll survive now. Sort of. Okay. Come on, Apolimesho. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. We can actually do this. I think we can do this. Ho ho ho, yes! I mean, they have like no life left, so we will need to have the next one like easy, but still. I like how Apolimesho is level 9 because you never use him. And yeah, level 12. The orcs were slain. Apolimesho was worn from the climb and the battle. Are you well? I am. No more dallying. Onwards. The old man did not stop to recover, even though Eleanor knew he needed to. Yes, we do need to recover. They passed many obscure caves and burial sites in search of the mass tomb. burial sites, maybe. At last they made it. When they reached the door, Apolimesho braced himself to catch his breath. Have some of my water. Apolimesho dismissed her. Eleanor was offended until she realized that her water canteen was frozen solid. There must have been something that Eleanor could do to help Apolimesho. The tomb was larger than Eleanor had ever imagined. Ooh, a new place. Small, utilitarian coffins lined the walls. There must be thousands of bodies here. Tens of thousands. Burials were rare in Aravorn, but the monks of the mountain had made an effort to preserve the bodies of fallen soldiers to honor them. It was almost in vain, as the way to visit the dead was too plagued by the very reason they were often burned. Beware! I have them. Okay, this ain't gonna work. So, thank you. EZ is what we need. I like how there's no battle music. It's just like, nope. You know what? Die. Okay. You're paralyzed. Cool. Almost dead. You're still paralyzed. We need to buy more potions, though. Now the battle is on, apparently. Okay, apparently she's afraid and can't do anything. Or something, I'm not sure what happened. Go. Yeah, I don't think we would have won that on normal. The battle wore Apolimesho down even further, and he was forced to take a moment to recover. Eleanor watched him closely. Why are you pushing yourself so much? The dead here have not left. In my age, everything is a race against time. Apolimesho slowly started to search the names on each coffin. Your assistance is now required. I am looking for the name of Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn? Apolimesho turned away. Eleanor was determined to finally be of use to Apolimesho and began her own search in a separate part of the tomb. Hours upon hours passed. Names began to blur together. Find the name. Yes, they really do start to blur together. Gwensei, gay guy. Oh, gay guy. Rorfidil, Farpadil, Yontro, Alibitiusik, Gwendolyn. Oh, there's Gwendolyn. Eleanor almost passed up Gwendolyn's name when she finally found it, and then she could not believe it. Sir? Sir! Apolimesho had long disappeared, but he rushed into sight at Eleanor's call. He hobbled forward, leaning heavily on his staff. Please tell me you have... Eleanor pointed at the tomb. Apolimesho grasped his end with disbelief. Its end. A smile formed on his face, a rare sight for Eleanor. Who is she? Apolimesho promptly pulled the coffin out with Eleanor's help and opened it. After the dust cleared, a sleeping skeleton was before them, hands crossed and dressed in tattered clothing. It is my daughter. What? The wizard reached into his robes and procured a bottled potion. He opened it with a squeak. Eleanor recognized the turquoise color, immediately grabbed hand before he could act. Wait, are you sure this is wise? Unhand me. She's dead. You know what can happen. We had to fight our way through the undead just to get here. Is that what you want her to be? Do not instruct me on my own life's work. You've done your job and may leave the mountain. Sir, I won't allow you to do this. They both stood and glared at each other. Eleanor reached for the potion, but Apolimesho pulled it away. Young elf. In their struggle, the potion tipped into the casket. They froze as the liquid sprinkled across the skeleton. The bones started to rattle. The clothes on his body started to mend. As Apolimesho wanted, the body was animating. But no flesh covered its bones. The skeleton sat up and picked itself out of the coffin. That looks like a pretty dark skeleton. Gwen? The skeleton stood stoic for a moment and then faced Apolimesho. Stars. My daughter. Apolimesho smiled and opened his arms. The skeleton moved towards him, but not to return his embrace. Of course. Wait, what is the difference if we do normal? Okay, we'll try it, because it's just one, or just one. Oh, normal actually has more HP, I think. Oh, it's burnt. Oh. Oh, okay, we lost. Yeah, okay. We're doing this uneasy. Siphon life. There we go. Potion of medium healing, yes. Gwen was destroyed, but so became Apolimesho. He kneeled by the remains of his daughter and wept. Why? Why did you give her life when I was so willing? Why did you give your life when I was so willing? You had so much potential. Elnor gave Apolimesho the time he needed to truly make peace with his daughter's death. He had spent so much time in the idea that she could come back that it was clear he had never allowed himself closure. Elnor started to restore Gwendolyn to her coffin. Apolimesho was still on the floor, refusing to let go of Gwen's embroidered cloak. Her mother gave this to her. It was the day she was admitted into the Magic Academy. She insisted on fighting alongside me in the war. Her mother forbid it, but I took her anyway. The day I came home without her. He squeezed the fabric. How did she die? Apolimesho slowly stood with much effort. Elnor finished replacing the tomb. She sacrificed herself in my place. Sacrificed? Our foe was too strong. She knew what had to be done, and she did it before I could stop her. I'm sorry. She sounds like a very remarkable woman. Silence filled the tomb once again. Apolimesho turned away. We need to return. Apolimesho swallowed his sorrow and took belabored steps to make his way out of the tomb. When they reached the entrance and they felt the sting of the frigid air again, Apolimesho visibly weakened. He leaned heavily on his staff and shook. Elnor crouched in front of Apolimesho. Allow me to carry you. Nonsense. You don't need to pretend with me, Archwizard. Let me take but one of your burdens. Apolimesho muttered and sighed. He eventually caved in and allowed Elnor to carry him on her back. The trek back to camp felt twice as long. When they were back, they both needed a long rest. Before Apolimesho retired, he caught Eleanor's ear. You were a decent help upon the mountain. Elnor smirked to herself. I'm interested in knowing what it would take to garner higher praise, if a leg's journey on my back is only decent. After his breakdown in the tomb, Eleanor thought she would never see Apolimesho smile again, but then he proved her wrong just then. Good night. Apolimesho disappeared into his tent. In time, Eleanor would learn that Apolimesho's alchemy had stopped and his findings scrapped. After seeing what his work had ultimately led to, he decided that it was a dangerous slope and it needed to end with him. Apolimesho treasured the cloak that he had recovered from his daughter as a way of coming to terms with what had happened after so long. We got the Cloak of the Fallen. So apparently we're getting artifacts. Alright, since we are out here, maybe something will happen if we go back to camp again. No, it doesn't! Oh my gosh, okay. Whose quest? I guess Ramos' quest then. Review your party, stand up for Poseidon. Boom. Elnor notified Ramas that she was ready to travel to Hammerhands to speak to his brother for him. When they made it to the dwarven city, Ramas took Eleanor to his family's house. He led her up to a marvelous stone structure set into the side of the mountain. It was walled off from the rest of the city, and only a few other buildings could be seen that were similar. What is this place? My home, of course. What are you? Royalty? Something like that. Really? Ramas pounded through the estate and right up to the front door. The dwarves in the yard gasped as they saw Ramas. Hey, is that blasted Cadres in today? Dwarves nodded but kept silent. Good, come on. No one stopped Ramas or Eleanor as they explored the inside of the mountain mansion. Ramas called out his brother's name repeatedly until he stumbled upon him in a sparse room. Cadres, what have you done to this room? The trophies are missing from the walls. Oh! Isn't that the dude from the Magic Academy? Oh, wonderful. The lout's checked himself in. What are you doing here? This is a coup, brother. Ain't it right, Alf? Ramas gestured to Eleanor. She quickly nodded. If we may. Ramas grunted dismissal at Eleanor. Don't ask him first, just take. That again. You're practically obsessed over those rocks. Rocks? Rocks? Rocks! I'll show you rocks! Ramos growled and advanced towards his brother, grabbing his axe. Ah, no! Help, help! A large nomad squeezed in through the dwarf-sized door and stood protectively next to Cadres. Ramos stopped and scowled. You can't afford a meathead, but you can't pay your debts? Pah! Don't start. You're the one who quit trading to join some misfits adventures. If we're at a loss for coin, we know whose fault it is. How dare ya? If I was the only one keeping this family afloat, then you never had any right to be head of the family. Don't blame me. Blame your mother for marrying a side of her caste. Only a dwarf of my caliber could be trusted with... Ramos readied his axe with a howl. Alright, you rotten barbarian. Let's see how tough you are. I think this is still easy, right? Right. Okay, we'll try normal. This is like the first battle in this quest. Like, it has to be not too hard even in normal. La 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 la. Cal just whimpered when he saw that he was defenseless. I'm gonna take those gems and then I'm gonna kill ya. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that comment about your mother. Ramos raised his axe over his cowering brother. Don't kill him, Ramos. Yes, don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want. Gems. Now. You can have them. You can have this whole broken house. The family's ruined anyway. No thanks to your leathery bum. Okay, but I don't have them. Ramos went deadly silent. I sold them. What? The whole room shook with Ramos's booming voice. Caldas blurted out all the information he could manage when not being sworn to Inferno by his brother. Cadres had sold the gems to pay some debts to underground dwarves. Ramas was fuming, thinking about his family's honor in their hands, as underground dwarves were crime lords. Ramas wasted little time storming out of his estate and into the mines. There was a bad part of the underground system, where brigands dwelled out of the sight of any authority. Keep close to me, but not too close, because I'll be on a murdering spree. Are you sure that's the only way? Maybe we can negotiate for the gems back. That's not how my family earned its honor, so that's not how I'll be getting it back. Ramos flipped his axe in his hand. They both wandered into a very shady part of the mines, trying not to get into more trouble than they were looking for. Dwarves with eye patches and missing teeth growled at them as they passed. Finally, they were stopped by particularly surly dwarves. You got a reason to be in these parts? I've come for my family stones. Dwarves laughed at Ramas. Oh, you're the sad sap upon those rocks. Who's got 'em? Boss has all the good stuff, of course. I don't think he'll miss a few blasted hirelings. Ooh. Ho 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 ho, and this is normal, I think. Yeah. And the Ramos. Boom. Ramas, do you have to kill so recklessly? What's the racket, you scum? A dirt-covered dwarf with a peg leg hobbled out of a nearby tunnel. I like how all, like, bandits have this on their belt. He froze when he saw the bodies on the ground. "I'll someone and my family gems. You hand him over, I go." The boss glowered and pulled out an axe even larger than Ramas's. "You think I'm some weak-necked elf gonna handle whatever you ask?" "You're about to be." The crime lord grinned and showed he had dirt in his teeth too. "I like that armor you got. I think I'll be taking it." Ramos went berserk. Okie dokie, let's do it. What's this? Nah. Ooh, this could be a heavy fight though. Maybe. We could possibly survive this though. Yeah, I think this can work. Yeah. Is this the boss fight? Nah. Blast on your blasting family. The boss dwarf gurgled his last words and then was silent. Crime lord or not, Eleanor made an effort to close the dwarf's eyes and lay him in a respectable fashion. "Where are they?" Ramos rummaged through every bag and box in the area. A glint from the boss dwarf's fallen axe caught Eleanor's eye. Ramas? Eleanor picked up the axe. Large jewels were fastened into the hilt. "Are these anything important?" Ramos paused and then charged towards the axe. He yanked it from Eleanor and inspected them with a scowl. "My gems! He used them for himself? The rat! He could have at least pointed the symbol's face out. Dirty filth." Ramos beat on the axe to get the gems to come out, but none dislodged. "Arg! Arg!" "Calm down. You can take the axe with you." Ramos looked at the weapon in his hands, realizing that it was not just a trophy, but now the home of his family gems. He stared at it for a while until slipping it on his back. "It's a big axe. Will do for now. But I'll shake these stones out of it soon." Eleanor helped Ramos make it back to the surface, alive. Back at his estate, they found Cadres had fled. Ramas was now the rightful head dwarf of his house, even without the gems. But Ramos assured Eleanor that they were important to his family honor and that they did the right thing in getting them back. And perhaps all of Hammerhand's for ridding the city of some notorious criminals. "You received the gemstone axe. We should probably, equip people with those things." Okay, well, Ramos's quest was pretty fast. We should equip people with stuffs. No, wait, here. Gwen's mantle, yes. These are some good things we're getting here, though. Wait, what did she get? No. No. Wait, didn't she get an artifact, though? No, we got gold, we got gold. Yes, we got gold. Gemstone axe. Minus speed. But plus 18 damage. Yes, please. He got a better shield. Yes. And resist paralyze. Well, thank you. Okay, good. Return. Oh, wait, how do I get out of here? Oh, close. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, technically looks like we have time for another personal quest. Or maybe we'll just do this short, because we did 2 personal quests now, so... I don't want to do Loren's and Karen's in the same episode. We could do Mirth's quest. Of course, but nah, we'll leave it for now. And be back next time to do Mirth's, Loren's, and Karen's quests. Yay! Alright. Well, thank you very much for watching and sharing Loren the Amazon Princess with me. Hope you're enjoying the game, and I'll see you all later.